this class. Now I would like to explain you some important applications of quadratic equations, expressions and inequations. Now let us see this application. If a comma b comma c are any positive reals, any three positive real numbers, then the minimum value of a plus b plus c into 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c. This is the given application. How do we answer to this question? See here, a, b, c are any three positive real numbers. Then find the minimum value of a plus b plus c into 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c. Now see the solution. So to answer this question, we people must apply here this relation. Arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean is greater than or equal to HM. As we know that inequality which we have learned in the sequence and series chapter. Okay, right. Now let us assume a comma b comma 3 are any three positive real numbers which are given in the application. So as we know, a comma b comma c are any three positive real numbers. It is given in the problem. So find their arithmetic mean. A plus b plus c by 3 and harmonic mean of 3 numbers. So how much do we get? 3 by 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c. You know how to determine the arithmetic mean of a comma b comma c. Sum of all observations by total number of observations. And a harmonic mean of n positive real numbers, you know, n by 1 by a1 plus 1 by a2 plus 1 by a3 and so on 1 by an. These two formulas you learned in the sequence and series chapter now, but here we have only three numbers a, b, c whose arithmetic mean is this much and whose harmonic mean is this much. Okay, now take this inequality. Am is greater than or equal to hm. So if we apply that inequality, am is greater than or equal to hm. So here what do we get? A plus b plus c by 3 is greater than or equal to 3 by 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c. Now cross multiply, because so a, b, c are positive quantities. So when we take the cross multiplication, it will not affect on the greater than or equal to symbol. Okay, it will not change, as it is will come. So cross multiply it. So when we take the cross multiplication, here we will get a plus b plus c into 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c is greater than or equal to 9. So see, this expression minimum value is 9. So whichever real values you take for a, b, c, this complete result will be either 3 or more than 3. But what we have to determine in this problem? The minimum value of this expression. How much is that minimum value? 9. Okay? Right. Next, go to the next application. See, next application. Let A, B, C be real numbers. If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, has two real roots. Let us say those two real roots as alpha and beta, where alpha is smaller than -1 and beta is more than 1, then which of the following option is correct? See the first option, mod of b by a plus c by a smaller than -1. Let us name the options with a, b, c, otherwise you can take 1, 2, 3. So mod of b by a plus c by a is equivalent to -1, and the third option, mod of b by a plus c by a greater than -1, and the fourth option is mod of b by a minus c by a, so which is equal to -1. So this is the given application. Now tell me, how do we answer to this question? So where a, b, c are real numbers. Okay. So now alpha comma beta are the roots of this equation. How are those alpha and beta? Smaller than, alpha value is smaller than -1, beta value is more than 1. Then which of the following option is correct? Now let us go to the solution. See here. Okay. This is the given quadratic equation. In the problem, they said a, b, c are reals. Reals means which may be positive or negative. Suppose if you take a is positive, then if you draw the graph of the quadratic expression, how do you get? Which open upwards, and they said that quadratic equation is having two roots. Even they mentioned those roots in the application as alpha comma beta, means it is getting two distinct real roots. Whenever it is getting two distinct real roots, that graph of the quadratic equation will intersect x-axis at two places. Okay. So even one more thing also given in the application. They said, so alpha value is smaller than -1 and beta value is more than -1. Means where do we get -1? Here it is -1, here it is +1. Here alpha value, alpha is one of the root of the equation, beta is one more root. It is smaller than -1, it is more than -1. Okay. So as you know, so this -1 and 1 both are there inside of alpha and beta. Hence, as you know, f of plus or minus 1 less than or equal to 0. Less than 0. See here, -1. When you write x here, let us take this left side thing as f of x. ax square plus bx plus c. So here, when you take x equal to -1, so your corresponding range is below the x-axis. Here you will get -1 comma f of -1. And here, this point coordinates are 1 comma f of 1. How do you get this minus f of -1 f of 1? On the x-axis, we get negative. Am I right? See, so apply this concept f of plus or minus 1 less than or equal to less than 0. So when we take f of plus or minus 1 less than 0, then what do we get here? So see here, a plus or minus whole square becomes positive, and here x we are writing plus or minus 1. So that here what do we get? Plus or minus b plus c less than 0. You know, this plus or minus b, we can express it as mod b plus c less than 0. Now a is a positive quantity, so that we have got a parabola which open upwards. Now this inequation, both sides we must divide with positive a, because a is here positive. When you divide both sides with positive quantity, so it will not affect on the inequality symbol. You know that. So here what do we get? 1 plus mod b by a plus c by a less than 0. Okay? Right. When you transfer 1 to the right side, so you get here this mod b by a. So you can write mod b by a plus c by a less than minus 1. Okay now? So when you take a is positive, you have got this relation. But a may be negative also, no? Because they said in the problem that a, b, c are real. Real means which may be positive or negative. Now take that negative case also. See, suppose if a is negative, then we get a parabola which open downwards. Like this we will get. So here you can take minus 1 and 1. So this point coordinates are alpha comma 0 and beta comma 0. Now in this case, how do we get f of plus or minus 1? Positive you will get, because at minus 1 and plus 1. So where are this minus 1 and 1? Lying between alpha comma beta. Because they mentioned in the problem that alpha is smaller than minus 1, beta is more than 1. So when we take x equal to minus 1, your corresponding range is positive. Okay, here also f of 1 also positive. Okay, so write here. When we write here, what do we get again? A plus or minus b plus c greater than 0 we will get. But here a is negative. So hereafter you divide both sides with a, because here a is negative. Whenever you divide with negative quantity on both sides, so your inequality will change. You know, see, minus 3 is smaller than minus 1. When you multiply both sides with minus quantity, so it will affect on the inequality symbol. This inequality will change as greater than. You know that. So when you divide both sides with negative quantity a, so here what do we get? 1 plus or minus b by a plus c by a less than 0 we will get. So this plus or minus b by a you can express as mod of b by a plus c by a. Now transfer this one to the right side, minus 1. So this is the right relation between a, b, c when alpha is smaller than minus 1 and beta is more than 1. When you take a is positive, you have got same relation. When you take a is negative, we have got same relation. Hence, we people can say that this is the required relation between that a, b, c, in such a way that one of the root is smaller than minus 1 and other root is more than 1. Okay? Right. Now let us go to one more application. Now see this. If a comma b comma c are the sides of a scalar triangle A comma B comma C are lengths of sides of a scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. Then the expression B plus C minus A, C plus A minus B into A plus B minus C minus A B C is dash. Okay? Right. Now the right answer for this question is negative. See, options are given like this. First option is non-positive, second option is non-negative, third option is positive, fourth option is negative. Now which one is true? A, B, C are the lengths of sides of a scalene triangle. Then what is the sign of this expression? See students, here now I would like to take that relation AM is greater than or equal to GM only. AM is greater than or equal to GM. Okay. Suppose here take any two. See, B plus C minus A. This is one quantity. And C plus A minus B. This is one more quantity. So now when you add both, what do we get? When you add, see, average of these two by 2. Here minus A plus A cancel. Minus B plus B cancel. So we get C. Okay. So that is greater than or equal to. So this is one quantity, this is one more quantity. Okay, when you add and when you divide with 2, you get the average of these two quantities. How much do we get? C. So that is greater than or equal to geometric mean of these two quantities. So here B plus C minus A into C plus A minus B. See, don't get any confusion. They said ABC are the lengths of sides of a scalene triangle. Okay. Now see, now we are going to comment on the sign of this expression. That expression is formed by ABC. So here what I have done, I have taken these two. Okay, this is one quantity, this is one more quantity. Whose average? When you take, you get C here. Am I right? So here, minus A plus A cancel, plus B minus B cancel, 2C will be left, divide with 2. So when you simplify this, you get C. That is the average of these two quantities. That is more than geometric mean of these two quantities. As you know, geometric mean of these two quantities, square root of product of this into this. I wrote this relation. Okay? Right. See, when you simplify, how much do you get here? C is greater than or equal to square root of B plus C minus A into C plus A minus B. Similarly, when you take the average of these two, see, here I have taken the AM is greater than or equal to GM for these two. So that I got this inequation. So same relation if you have applied for these two. So here minus C get cancelled. Minus B minus C get cancelled. A you will get. A is greater than or equal to square root of product of these two. C plus A minus B and A plus B minus C. Similarly, apply same relation for the first one and last one. So here minus a plus a cancel, minus a plus a, and plus c minus c cancel, b will be left. B is greater than or equal to, B is greater than or equal to product of first and last. Square root of product of first and last. B plus C minus A into A plus B minus C. Okay. So now hereafter, as you know, A, B, C are positive quantities. So this left side things and right side things are positive only. Now take the product on either side. So when you multiply these three here, we will get A, B, C. Now it will affect it will not affect on the greater than or equal to symbol, because we are taking the product of positive quantities. So whenever you take the product of positive quantities, so this greater than or equal to symbol will not change, same will come. So square root of, so here what do we get? So here B plus C minus A is getting 2 times. Even this one also will get 2 times. Okay. So when you take their product, so here we will get B plus C minus A into C plus A minus B into A plus B minus C. See here, these three are having square root. Even you know, when we take the product of these three, it is repeating 2 times, it is repeating 2 times, and this is repeating 2 times. So whole square you can write, that square and root will be get cancelled. So finally we will get this step. Now transfer this one to the right side. When it goes to the right side, what do we get here? So 0 greater than or equal to B plus C minus A, C plus A minus B, A plus B minus C. Okay na? So when it goes to the right side here, minus A, B, C will come. Now what do you comment on the sign of this? Negative. Okay na? So because we don't get here 0. Actually according to this concept, so we have got here greater than or equal to symbol. Greater than or equal to symbol means it may be either 0 or negative, but here we don't get 0, because when do we get 0? Whenever this B plus C minus A or C plus A minus B or A plus B minus C are equal, because here A, B, C are the sides of a triangle, so that the sum of any two sides is not equal to the third side. Hence this quantity never be 0, never be 0, never be 0. Okay now, so that this result we don't get as 0. So that what do you comment on the sign of this quadratic expression? Negative. So through this solution, we people have got this expression result as either 0 or negative, but it is never been 0. So that the sign of this quadratic expression is negative. Okay? Right. Next, let us go to one more application. See, the number of solutions of this equation, square root of x plus 1 minus square root of x minus 1, which is equal to root of 4x minus 1. The number of solutions of this equation. So how do we do this? Okay, solve it. When you solve it, okay, we will get the values for x. How many values are we going to get for x? Check it. Now take square on both sides. When you take square on both sides, left side will be in the form of a minus b whole square, which is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2a into b. So here inside you will get x square minus 1 RHS, 4x minus 1 you will get. Okay, right, now simplify this. Plus 1 minus 1 cancel, x plus x 2x, 2x minus 2 into root of x square minus 1, which is equal to 4x minus 1. In the next step, transfer these two terms to the left side and shift this one to the right side. See, 2x minus 4x plus 1, which is equal to 2 into square root of x square minus 1. Simplify that. How much do we get here? 1 minus 2x, which is equal to 2 into root of x square minus 1. Again take square on both sides. So again left side will become a minus b whole square here. 1 plus 4x square minus 4x, which is equal to 4 of x square minus 1 will come. Now 1 plus 4x square minus 4x, 4x square minus 4. So this 4x square get cancelled. Okay. So what do we get here? 5 is equal to 4x. Now x equal to 5 by 4 you have got. Then what you people can comment on the number of solutions of this given equation? We have got one solution for x now, so that we comment the number of solutions of the given equation is 1. But this is not a solution of the given equation. Why means, see here, what is the given equation? Square root of x plus 1 and minus square root of x minus 1, which is equal to root of 4x minus 1. When you write x equal to 5 by 4 here, okay, will you get LHS equal to RHS? Once you check it, x equal to 5 by 4 we have got. When you write here 5 by 4, are you going to get LHS equal to RHS? So what about RHS? When you write 5 by 4 here, 4 cancel, 5 minus 1. Square root of 2 you are getting. Square root of 4 means this is equivalent to 2. See here x value 5 by 4. Right here 5 by 4. 4 cancel, 5 minus 1. Root 4 value 2. RHS you are getting 2. Then what about LHS here? Root of 5 by 4 plus 1 and root of 5 by 4 minus 1. Now simplify here. Left side how much are we getting? So 9 by 4 means 3 by 2. Then here 1 by 4, that is 1 by 2. Okay. So which is equal to? So here minus is there. 3 minus 1. So when you simplify 3 minus 1 by 2, 2 by 2, which is equivalent to 1 you are getting. So RHS you have checked. So when we write x equal to 5 by 4 here, 4 cancel, 5 minus 1. 4. Square root of 4 value 2. RHS you have got 2. But when you substitute the same x value for left side, you are getting 1. So that this x equal to 5 by 4 is not satisfying this given equation. Hence this x equal to 5 by 4 is not a solution of this given equation. Okay. So that given equation does not have any solutions. So that the number of solutions of the given equation is 0. Because no real value of x is satisfying that given equation. Hence, the number of solutions of the given equation is 0. But when it is given in the exam, most of the students, they answer as one number of solutions 1. Because through this solution, finally we have got one value for x. So that they comment like that. But after getting that solution, again we have to go for cross checking whether this is a solution or not means, so that x value you have to check LHS and RHS of the given equation. So when we get LHS equal to RHS, then we people can confirm as this is a solution of the given equation. So same procedure here we have followed, but this given obtained x value is not satisfying the given equation. Hence, we are saying that this is not a solution of the given equation. Hence, the number of solutions of this given equation is 0. Right. Next, let us go to one more application. See, in a triangle PQR, angle R is 90 degrees. Angle R is 90 degrees, and if tan P by 2 and tan Q by 2 are roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then which of the following option is true? See the first option, a is equal to b plus c. Second option, b is equal to c plus a. And third option, c is equal to a plus b. And the fourth option, b is equal to c. This is the given question. Now students, tell me which of the following option is correct. So in a triangle PQR, angle R is 90 degrees, and they said that tan P by 2 and tan Q by 2 are the roots of this equation. Then which of the following relation is true? Over that given relations between A, B, C. What are A, B, C? Coefficients of terms of the given quadratic equation. Right. Now let us go to the solution. So here they gave us one triangle, and in the problem they said that right angle is located at the vertex R. So PRQ is a triangle. They said right angle is located at R. Angle R equal to 90 degrees is given now. So you know angle sum property of the triangle. Sum of all interior angles of a triangle is 180. So one of the angle is 90 degrees according to the given problem. So that what is the sum of the other two angles? 90 degrees. Okay, because these two are acute angles and this is right angle. So as we know, angle P plus angle Q is equal to 90 degrees. So now divide both sides with 2. So here you get P by 2 plus Q by 2 is equal to 45 degrees. Now apply tan on both sides. So what do we get? Tan P by 2, tan of P by 2 plus Q by 2, which is equal to tan 45. Okay, right. Now expand it. So it is in the form of tan A plus B. As you know, the expansion of tan A plus B. Tan P by 2 plus tan Q by 2. Now by 1 by tan P by 2 into tan Q by 2. Now which is equal to tan 45 value 1. Okay, right. But in the problem they have given as tan P by 2 and tan Q by 2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay, so as we know, sum of those two roots, tan P by 2 plus tan Q by 2, which is equal to minus B by A. Sum of the roots of a quadratic equation, alpha plus beta is equal to minus B by A. No, alpha equal to tan B by 2, beta equal to tan Q by 2, and a product of the roots, tan P by 2 into tan Q by 2, which is equal to C by A. So now in this step, so in the numerator part, substitute this minus B by A and come to the denominator. 1 minus, in place of this write C by A, now which is equal to 1. Now simplify. Minus B by A is equal to So a minus c by a you will get. Okay, right. Now this a get cancelled. So what we people are getting here? A is equal to, now see, when you transfer this one right side, a plus b which is equal to c we will get. So shift this minus b to the right side and minus c to the left side, so that we get a plus b is equal to c. So this is our required relation between a, b, c. Right. Next, let us go to one more application. See, if alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation x minus a into x minus b is equal to c. The c value is not equal to 0. Observe that point. Then the roots of the equation x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c, which is equal to 0. Okay, alpha beta are the roots of this equation. See, here in this c they kept right side of the equal symbol. Then find the roots of this equation. See the options. First option a comma c, second option b comma c, third option a comma b, and the fourth option a plus c and b plus c. Now which of the following option is true for that question? Read the question carefully. Alpha beta are the roots of this equation. X minus a into x minus b is equal to c. Then find the roots of this equation. Here x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c equal to 0. Okay? Now I explain you this. Follow me. Now, students, take the product of these two. Okay? So when you take the product of these two, what do we get? X square minus a plus b into x plus ab. When you shift this c to the right side, minus c you will get, which is equal to 0. And they said that alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. So sum of the roots minus b by a. So if you apply that concept here, alpha plus beta equal to a plus b you will get. Minus b, b value minus of a plus b, minus into minus plus, and a value 1 is there. Alpha plus beta, a plus b, and alpha beta product of the roots c by a. C by a means ab minus c. This is the product of the roots. Okay, right, keep it aside and see here. Find the roots of x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c is equal to 0. When you take the product of these two, you get here x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So plus c is equal to 0. Now x square minus here alpha plus beta value, how much have we got? A plus b into a plus b into x. Here alpha beta ab minus c, and here plus c, which is equal to 0. Plus c minus c cancel. Now what is left? X square minus a plus b into x plus ab equal to 0. Now what do you comment on the roots of this equation? A comma b. Yes or no? So here. So when you factorize this, you will get x minus a into x minus b, which is equal to 0. When you equate both of them equal to 0, you get a comma b as roots of this equation. Have you understood it? Okay, they said alpha beta are the roots of this equation, and they questioned us to find roots of this equation. First, what I have done, I took the product of these two. So here I wrote sum of the roots, product of the roots. Next, I went to here. So I simplified this. I got this much. So this alpha plus beta, a plus b we got, and we substituted in place of alpha plus beta. Here alpha beta, ab minus c. I wrote here. These two were cancelled. So now this is left. So what do we comment on the roots of this equation? A and b. Because when you factorize, you get like this and equate them to 0, so that you will get a comma b. Okay? Right. Next, let us go to one more application. See this, the product of all the values of x satisfying this equation, 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x square minus 3 plus 5 minus 2 root 6 whole power x minus 3, which is equal to 10. Okay, find the product of all the x values, okay, which satisfies this equation. Find the product of all the x values which satisfies this equation. Okay, so what do? First we have to solve this equation so that we get some values for x. So after getting those x values, we have to take their product. Okay, now how do we solve this? Observe the given equation carefully. So here 5 minus 2 root 6 is given now. Take that 5 minus 2 root 6 and you rationalize the numerator. 5 plus 2 root 6 by 5 plus 2 root 6. So in the numerator, it is in the form of a minus b, a plus b. Apply that a square minus b square, so that you get here 1. By in the denominator, 5 plus 2 root 6 you will get. What I have done here? I have rationalized the numerator. You got 1 by 5 plus 2 root 6. When it goes to the numerator, 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power minus 1 you will get. Okay? So in the next step, in place of this, now I am going to write this one. Okay? Right. So here 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x square minus 3. So in place of this, what do we write? Tell me. 1 by 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x square minus 3, which is equal to 10. Okay. Now in the next step, let us consider this one equal to t. Okay. Assume this as t. When you take this one as t, 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x square minus 3 is equal to t. When you take this is t, here 1 power something 1. So here 1 by t you will get. 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x minus 3 is equal to t we have taken. So that this becomes t and this becomes here 1 power something 1 and denominator will become t, which is equal to 10. Now solve it. T square plus 1, which is equal to 10t you will get. Now t square minus 10t plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay? Right. See here. 5 plus 2 root 6 x square minus 3. It is a power function. Okay. So that it is always positive. Whichever x value you write here, so your base is a positive quantity. Positive quantity whole power. Any real becomes positive only. Yes or no? This is a positive quantity. Here, when you come to the power, it may be positive or negative or 0, but this final result will become positive. So that, see here, I am applying here Sridharacharya formula. Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. If you apply that formula, Here 10 plus or minus, but here I take only plus because here this one we have taken t. So here observe that is always positive. So that here I am writing only plus. But in the formula we have plus or minus. But here I am taking only plus. Square root of b square. B square means 100. Minus 4ac. 4 you will get by 2a. Okay? Right. Now simplify that. Now if you simplify that, what do we get? T is equal to 10 plus square root of 96 will come here. So that 96. So 16 6 you can write. So 4 root 6 will come by 2. So when you simplify here, 5 plus 2 root 6. This is the value of t. But t is equal to so here t 5 plus 2 root 6 whole for x square minus 3. Otherwise here you can take plus or minus. Right, plus or minus. Once I want to equate this one equal to plus 5 plus 2 root 6. Okay. Next in the one more case I equate. So 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x square minus 3 is equal to 5 minus 2 root 6. Okay na? So when you solve that quadratic equation which we have got in terms of t, we get t is equal to plus or minus 5 plus or minus 2 root 6. So as we know, t is nothing but 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power x square minus 3. So here I have taken plus and I have equated. So whole power 1. Bases are same. Equate the powers. Now x square minus 3 is equal to 1. Now x equal to plus or minus 2 you will get. Okay? Right. So you know, here we have got two values for x. And here 5 minus 2 root 6. So in the beginning of this problem solution, so this 5 minus 2 root 6, if you rationalize the numerator, what do we get? 5 plus 2 root 6 x square minus 3, which is equal to 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power minus 1 you got. Okay? So, yes or no? Before here, while starting this problem solution, we rationalized the numerator. We got this much now, 5 plus 2 root 6 whole power minus 1. Now we equate it. When you equate it, x square minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Now x square is equal to what do we get? So 2. Now x equal to plus or minus root 2 you will get here. Okay? Now take the product of all the possible values of x. So we have got 4 values for x now. Now take their product. So here 2 into minus 2 and root 2 into minus root 2. So take their product here. This minus into minus becomes positive. 2 2s are 4. Root 2 into root 2 2. 4 2s are 8. So this is our required product of all possible values of x. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all.